Hello students, welcome back to the geometry online session. As you all know, we are learning the third lesson, circle. I hope you all have memorized the important points which I gave you in the previous session. Now let's try to recollect it. First we have seen the tangent theorem, which states that a tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the radius at the point of contact. This is the diagram for the tangent theorem as well as its converse. Now let's see the statement for converse of tangent theorem. A line perpendicular to a radius at its point on the circle is a tangent to a circle. So this is the converse of tangent theorem. Then we have seen the tangent segment theorem. Now the statement for this theorem is a tangent segment drawn from an external point to a circle are congruent. So this is the diagram you should draw for this theorem. So what is the given part here? If lines DP and line DQ are tangents to the circle with center A at points P and Q respectively, then we can say that segment DP is congruent to segment DQ. So this is also very important theorem. Now, before moving on to the next part from this lesson, let's first complete the practice set 3.1 because last sum was remaining. So let's solve this sum. What is the distance between two parallel tangents of a circle having radius 4.5 centimeter, and also we have to justify our answer. Now justification means we have to write the reason for our answer. Now let's first draw a figure. Here I have drawn a circle with center O and radius is 4.5 centimeter. It is given in the question. Then I have drawn two tangents, tangent AB and tangent CD, which are parallel to each other and they are touching the circle at point M and N respectively. Then to solve this, we have done some construction. We have drawn segment OM and segment ON. Then we have drawn one more parallel line, which is XY, line XY, which is parallel to line AB. So this is the given part you have to write. So we will start the solution with the given part. Let the center of the circle be O. Let the tangent AB and CD touches the circle at points M and N respectively. Draw segment OM and segment ON. Draw line XY parallel to line AB through O. So this is the given part. Now let's start with the solution. Now line AB is parallel to line CD. It is given to us. Then we can write line XY is parallel to line AB. It is construction. Therefore, line AB is parallel to line XY is parallel to line CD. Write this equation as equation 1. Now because we know that if one line is parallel to the other line, another line is parallel to the third line, then we can write as all these three lines are parallel. So this property we have already learned. Then we can write if these two are tangents, say line AB and line CD are tangents. So we can write here angle OMA is equal to angle ONC is equal to 90 degree. Why we can write here 90 degree? By tangent theorem. We have seen this tangent theorem in the beginning also. I have shown you the statement where it is told that at the point of contact tangent is forming a 90 degree angle. So here this angle will become 90 degree. Then we can write line AB is parallel to line XY and MO is the transversal. Then we can write angle AMO plus angle MOX is equal to 90 degree plus 90 degree is equal to 180 degree. Why we can write these two angles as 180 degree, this angle and this angle? Because if you consider these two are parallel lines and MO is the transversal, then these two angle becomes interior angles. So by interior angle, and we know that interior angles are supplementary. So here also you have to write the reason, interior angles theorem. Therefore, now angle AMO, we know that it is 90 degrees. So substitute here 90 degree plus angle MOX is equal to 180 degree. So we will get angle MOX is equal to 180 degree minus 90 degree is equal to 90 degree. So we got the angle MOX as 90 degree. Now similarly we can find angle NOX by the same method is equal to 90 degree. Therefore, angle MOX plus angle NOX is equal to 90 degree plus 90 degree, that is equal to 180 degree. Why they are 180 degree? Because they are adjacent angles. Therefore, angle MOX and angle NOX are adjacent as well as supplementary. Therefore, angle MOX and angle NOX form linear pair. We know that adjacent angles form linear pair. Therefore, ray OM and ray ON are opposite rays. Therefore, we can say that points M, O and N are collinear. Now here we have shown that points M, O, N are collinear. That means they are on the same line, and we have to find the distance between the two parallel tangents. That means distance between tangent AB and tangent CD, which is nothing but length of segment MN. So let's find out. Therefore, MN is the distance between the parallel tangents AB and CD. Therefore, Mn is equal to 2 into radius. Why 2 into radius? Because Mn is a diameter. We can see here. Therefore, diameter, reason you will write as diameter is twice the radius. Therefore, Mn is equal to 2 into 4.5 because radius is given as 4.5. So, we have substituted the value of radius. So, we will get Mn is equal to 9 centimeter. So, hence we have found out the distance between the parallel tangents, that is 9 centimeter. I hope you all have understood this sum. It was very simple, only you have to go stepwise. You have to remember the steps and accordingly you have to write down the answer. Now, let's move on to the next part from this lesson, that is touching circles. Now here I have shown you two figures. Let's take first figure where I have taken three collinear points, point X, Y and Z. Then I have drawn a circle with center X and another circle with center Z. And both these circles are intersecting each other at a single point. I have considered that point as Y. Then I have drawn a line passing through Y and which is parallel to segment XZ. Now if you observe this line is also a tangent to both the circles. So such circles which have only one point of contact or only one common point, then such circles are called as touching circles. They are touching each other at only one point, so they are called as touching circles. Also they have a common tangent here. So let's see the definition for the tangent circle, touching circles. If two circles in the same plane have only one point in common are called touching circles. Is that clear to all of you? Any doubt here? What are touching circles? Only you have to remember is you have to see that they have only one point in common. Then you can say that circles are touching circles. Now these circles can touch each other internally or circles can touch each other externally. Now what is the meaning of internally and externally? First figure, the circles are touching externally, and in the second figure the smaller circle is inside the bigger circle and they have a common point, only one common point. So such circles are called as internally touching circles, where smaller circle will be inside the bigger circle. So now let's see one example here. Y is the common point of the two touching circles with center X and Z. The line M is tangent to the circle with center X at the common point Y. N is the point on the line M. What is the measure of angle XYN? Now let's see, we have drawn two circles, one circle with center X, another circle with center Z. Then we have drawn a line perpendicular to segment XZ and which is having at the common point Y. Then we have taken point N on line M. Now you can see here one angle is formed here, angle XYN. So we have to find out the measure of this angle. Can anyone tell me what will be the answer for this? Can you think about it? Yes. Now we have already seen that this line M is tangent for both the circles. So we know that at the point of contact, tangents form 90-degree angle with radius. So here XY is the radius for bigger circle and YZ is the radius for the smaller circle, and line M is tangent for both the circle. So here whatever angle is forming, it will be of 90 degree. Similarly for the smaller circle also, this angle ZYN, this angle will be also of 90 degree. So all these angles, whatever four angles are forming here, all these four angles will be of 90 degree. I hope you all are understanding this. Now let's move on to the theorem of touching circles. Now this theorem will not come for the proof, only you have to remember the statement. Theorem which states that if two circles touch each other, their point of contact lies on the line joining their centers. Now see the figure for it. Externally touching circles and internally touching circles. Now let's see what is given to us. C is the point of contact of the two circles with centers A and B. Then what we have to prove is point C lies on the line AB. That means we have to show that point A, C and B are collinear. Now let's start with the proof. Let line L be the common tangent passing through C of the two touching circles. Line L is perpendicular to segment AC. Line L is also perpendicular to segment BC. We have just now seen that tangents are perpendicular to the radius. Therefore, segment AC is perpendicular to line L and segment BC is perpendicular to line L. Through point C, only one line perpendicular to line L can be drawn. Therefore, point C, A, B are collinear. Hence, we proved the theorem. I hope you all are understanding this. Only statement you have to remember. Now let's see what few important points you should remember to solve practice set 3.2. First point will be the point of contact of the touching circles lies on the line joining their center. This is nothing but touching circles theorem. which states that the point of contact of the touching circles lie on the circle joining their centers. Now next sentence is, if the circle touch each other externally, the distance between their centers is equal to the sum of their radii. So if you want to find the distance between the centers of the externally touching circles, then you have to add these two radii of the circles. Then if the distance between the centers of the circle touching internally is equal to the difference of their radii. If the circles are touching internally, then the distance between their centers will be the difference of their radii. These three are important points. You should remember it. Now let's start with the practice set 3.2. First sum. Two circles having radii 3.5 cm and 4.8 cm touch each other internally. Find the distance between their centers. Now just now we have seen that if the circles are touching externally, the distance between their centers can be measured by the sum of their radii. Now, and if the circles are touching internally, then the distance between their centers can be measured by finding the difference between their radii. So start with the solution. Let the radii of the two circles be R1 and R2. Therefore, R1 is 3.5 cm and R2 is 4.8 cm. It is given to us. Then we can say that the two circles are touching each other internally. Therefore, by the theorem of touching circles, the centers and the points are collinear. We have just now seen the theorem of touching circles where we have seen the center and the points are collinear. Then the distance between their center is equal to the difference of their radii. Therefore, the distance between their centers is equal to R1 minus R2. That is equal to, substitute the values here. R1 is 4.8 cm and R2 is 3.5 cm. So if you subtract 3.5 from 4.8, we will get 1.3 cm. Hence, the distance between the centers is 1.3 cm. This is your final answer. Let's move on to the second sum. If radii of two circles are 4 cm and 2.8 cm, draw figure of these circles touching each other externally and internally. Now we know that circles can touch each other by two ways, externally and internally, and here you have to draw both the diagrams. So let's say first one, circles touch each other externally. Now we have seen that if the circles are touching externally, then we have to add their radii, or we have to find the sum of their radii. So the distance between their centers will be R1 plus R2, that is equal to 4 plus 2.8, because here R1 will be 4 cm and R2 will be 2.8 cm. So your distance will be 6.8 cm. So first you will draw a segment of 6.8 cm, or directly you can draw a circle of radius 4 cm. Then you will draw a circle of 2.8 cm radius, and you have to see that these two circles should touch each other at a single point. Then you have to show the segment OP and the point of contact as a point A, or any name you can write here. Then you have to show that segment OA is of 4 cm because it is the radius of the bigger circle, and segment AP is 2.8 cm, which is radius of the smaller circle. I hope you all are understanding. So let's move on to the next part. that is circle touch each other internally. Now when the circles are touching internally, we should find the difference between their radii. So first you will draw the circle of 4 centimeter, then you will draw the circle of with radius 2.8 centimeter, then write their point of contact as A, mention which is the 4 centimeter radius, which is the 2.8 centimeter radius, and find the distance between their centers. R1 minus R2, that is 4 minus 2.8 centimeter, that is equal to 1.2 centimeter. I hope you all are understanding this. Now this whatever distance calculation we have done here, distance between their centers we have found out, it is optional. Now let's move on to the last part of this session, that is assignment. Here I have given you one question. Two circles of radii 5.5 centimeter and 4.2 centimeter touch each other externally. Find the distance between their centers. So this is a very simple sum. I hope you all have understood each and every concept whatever we discussed today. So we will stop here today. We will meet you in the next session. Till then, take care.